This is the camp that Constantin's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Onegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the area. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what happened here. The tents are lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and animals were amongst the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of the presence of Constantin or Katasak. Perhaps this area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the area and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantin were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. But there are bodies. And without a doubt, there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. More tracks. Footprints. The ones who got away fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
Protect me in this battle!
These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again? Or something else? More signs of an explosion. Can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only corpses of our own men. Where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them? There are footprints. Only a handful made it up here. The path stops on this overhang. And despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantin or Katasak. These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. But what could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge be in some way linked to this attack? That makes no sense. These vials look familiar. Katasak used the very same to stock his potions. He came all the way here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantin. What have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantin and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual. But they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path.
Unless he himself was behind it.
How could you even think something like that?
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantin captive, he can now apply leverage to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. Regardless of who is guilty, perhaps we could return to Wenxavier in order to... Katasak may have returned there. We are also going to have to visit their outpost. Their soldiers participated in the combat.
That trail seems a better one to follow.
That is true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, let us be on our way without further delay.
I've heard stories of your exploits. It's unusual for us to be offered aid, but it seems my Tiern was right. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared.
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand...
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded. And your master wanted to take Constantin to a safe haven to heal. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Doneged. Your words are true.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield.
They could very well. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those. I do not know this smell. Another Doneged must be implicated. Who would attack the water that heals?
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
I have to go.
Qua awelem seg.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere.
Desardet.
A legate? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris, I am the ranking officer. What can I do for you?
I am looking for Constantin d'Orsay.
A governor? Here?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this. His men and his camp were attacked, but we found no trace of his body. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even...
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is it. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency. The region is dangerous.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived. And would have...
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there.
And you didn't go and see for your... You hear screams, certainly those of your own men.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well. You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary...
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from... I can see how difficult your present situation is. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite... I cannot solve all of your problems. But what...
A little gold would certainly improve the morale. One of the men I'd posted there returned during the night.
A survivor. Excellent.
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but his wounds are extremely serious.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain.
Go and see the nurse. I can't take it anymore. Anything else?
Concerning the young man...
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin... This boy will... Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much...
What are you doing there? This is...
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain...
That is very kind of him.
What are you saying?
No, he's still... But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my... I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient...
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him?
Yes, at least I think so.
I see. Give me the recipe.
Thank you. Were you able to concoct the potion?
Yes, I was.
Give it to me. I'll... There. We must wait and be...
Will he make it? And if he survives?
Come back tomorrow at...
Very well.
See you soon.
Hello, soldier.
Better. A lot better.
I simply prepared the potion that... Could you tell me what happened
I will try. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming. In our own language, soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantin Katasak and his escort.
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends... I didn't see everything. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I came to when I heard voices of Island. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I dragged myself here.
I'm going to have to go and find these...
You shouldn't do that.
That's enough. Rest now.
Yes. It's best I leave you now. I'll have a word with your captain.
Excellency, thank you.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man, and he and his company heard sounds of the attack. My cousin's escort were nearly annihilated by animals that a strange sorcerer controlled them.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought... I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found.
Like you freed the scholars. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same.